International performing arts companies plus area high school thespians, there's something for everyone at the Orlando Fringe. Enjoy the sounds at the free outdoor stage and bring the kids for Kids Fringe on the weekends. For tickets and information, visit orlandofringe.org. See you at the Fringe. If you don't go, you'll never know.
25 minutes before 8 o'clock. I know I read that ad that just played, but I don't know what the Orlando Fringe is. Looks like Fridge on the commercial, on the text here.
I know the Fringe is one of the greatest film festivals in Florida.
It's a film festival.
Yeah, I don't understand how come whoever wrote the ad didn't put in the film festival. But it's one of the greatest film festivals in Florida. A lot of heavy hitters go down there. It's very exciting. They ask for volunteers every year because each production gives out tickets to go see the movie, to get, feedback from the audience and stuff. And it's absolutely amazing. The Orlando Fringe Film Festival is one of the greatest in Florida. They are absolutely outstanding.
Okay. I've never been to a film festival. I haven't even been to the Silver Springs Film Festival.
No.
I have a hard time watching more than one movie. It's just like, okay, that's good. 2 hours of my time is fine. I can't. Is that what you do? You watch a movie, take a break, and watch another movie? Take a break, watch another movie?
Yeah, but then in Orlando, they have all outside things, all peripheral things going on. They have jugglers there. They have different kinds of acts. In the streets. It's absolutely outstanding. Not boring at all. It's incredible.
Oh, and to each his own. That's what I say.
Yeah.
I know if you love it. God, oh, my gosh, I wouldn't. There's so many things I don't care to participate in. And I would love to see a movie. I just don't know. You'd have to.
Right.
I need somebody to tell me in advance. This is a good one, Larry. I don't want to be picking. That was horrible.
But see, the mistake that they're making, which a lot of people make, is that they assume that everybody knows what they're about, and if you don't put keywords in your advertising, you don't really know what you're about. So I think the Orlando Fringe. I'll have to write him a letter.
Yeah. Thank you.
Well, when I was with the Film Commission and the Florida Motion Picture and Television Association, we supported them greatly. We were
That's why you know about
everywhere. Them. Yeah, exactly. They're amazing.
All right. Let's see. What do we have in the news today? Locally, should I start locally? I mean, one of these local stories. A gas line broke. I guess they were putting in a new fire hydrant on 8th Avenue yesterday near Southeast 4th Street. And anyway, it broke a gas line, and so the street was closed for a while. They got the whole thing fixed by 10:20, so it took about an hour. That's about it.
Oh,
so for about an hour yesterday, if you were down that way, you probably were detoured. That's no big deal.
Yeah, no, not at all. Just don't light up.
I did not know that we had an opioid and heroin epidemic in the state, but apparently we do. Governor Scott declared a state of emergency yesterday to fight that epidemic. He will sign an executive order, or he did sign an executive order, that will allow $27 million per year to be spent to fight heroin and opioid addictions in the state of Florida.
Good for him. I think that's wonderful.
There's another measure, I guess, similar to it by our legislators that puts fentanyl as a more serious crime. If passed, drug dealers could face murder charges in cases where a buyer overdoses and dies.
That's a good idea.
That's a really good idea.
I love that. That should have happened all along.
Don't be selling stuff like that.
Yeah.
Find a more constructive way to earn money. Find a way so when you earn money from something, you've actually done something for that money. You've made the world better with the paycheck represents an effort you made to make the world better. That's
exactly.
all. That's all. So that's what we should be all doing. Do I do that?
We try every moment.
All right, I don't quite get the details of this story, but here it is. A 35-year-old Ocala woman was arrested. She was at her boyfriend's home in the Villages, and he owns a home with a swimming pool, and he has a daughter. And apparently she didn't want him to allow her daughter to invite a friend to swim in the swimming pool at that house.
Oh.
Now, it's not her swimming pool because she lives in Ocala.
And she's a guest there.
He lives in the Villages. But
Yeah.
she got so angry at him that he locked himself in the bedroom.
Oh, she must have been vicious.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
So then she breaks down the door, punches him in the face, and now she's arrested.
Well, good.
I wonder
I'm
why
glad.
she didn't want the friend in the swimming pool.
Well, because she was probably a very pretty young lady, and
You're going to be looking at her. I know it.
yeah, exactly. The most ludicrous thing ever. Jeez. No, that woman has issues. I hope he dumps her. I do. I mean, you're a visitor there in someone's home.
Senator Bill Nelson is urging Senate appropriators to increase funding for a federal grant that would allow states to repair and build long-term care facilities for veterans. There are at least 2 projects in Florida that I know of. Well, there are 47 unfunded projects in Florida, but 2 of them in this bill are the Alexander Sandy Nininger Veterans Nursing Home in Pembroke Pines and the Douglas T. Jacobson State Veterans Nursing Home in Port Charlotte. There is an effort to have a veterans nursing home built on top of the world. It came in like second place in this big thing they had a few years ago, a year or so ago.
Exactly.
Anyway, so that's probably part of that as well.
But we do have the veterans home in Fort McCoy. And I
Right.
don't know what the criteria is, but
Right.
they are absolutely outstanding up there.
People in the Midwest will see more unwelcome wet weather today, which is the last thing they need, with rivers in states such as Missouri, Illinois, and Arkansas at or near all-time record levels. Forecasters expect 2 inches of rain or more in parts of the hard-hit areas by this evening. Heavy rain last weekend resulted in a sudden rise in rivers. Missouri has seen the worst of it so far. 5 people have died in flooding in Missouri, and several towns have sustained widespread damage. Wow. They don't need it. We do need it.
Yes, we do. Send it our way on a cloud.
Congress will get to take another swing at the airline industry today as their customer service practices in the wake of the now infamous passenger dragging incident that happened just over a month ago. Just less than a month ago, I should say. A Senate Transportation Subcommittee on Aviation will hold a hearing today looking at what led to Chicago Aviation Police dragging David Dow off of a United Airlines flight. At a House hearing Tuesday, lawmakers grilled executives for the airlines for treating customers badly, and they're all trying to watch their P's and Q's now, Robin, make sure they're doing the right thing.
And I thought it was all because 4 other pilots wanted to jump on that plane to go somewhere else.
That was what it was.
Yeah. So I mean, it's they bring in that overbooking thing and all that when it wasn't overbooked. They just wanted 4 pilots to fly and
That's a
with
good
4
point.
passengers. I just don't understand why it's such an issue.
Good point. Good morning. You're on the air.
Good morning.
Hello.
Hey, I wanted to say earlier you were talking about fundraisers and how some people just, they can reach to hold the hand out, somebody will hand them $10,000.
Oh, for
I've never
fundraisers.
seen such hard-working fundraisers as you and Robin over the years.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
Last year you were busting for literacy, and this year the sketching. I mean, what a mistake to draw just one of those sketches. What do you got, 16 feet of it now?
We have 16 feet of drawings, yes, and we were hoping to have 40 by the time the month is over. I don't know if that's going to happen.
Yeah. You still got 3 weeks.
I know. I'm trying.
You're gonna have cramped fingers. You'll be walking around like the claw guy, but you'll get it done. Hey, last night I seen those beautiful items you could buy, like from the Humane Society gang, with the bags. I mean, like cloth bags with the images on, and I saw a coffee cup.
Oh yeah. Well, you know what that is? Can I explain it? That's a company called Fine Art America, which is where we put the art in case people want copies of it. But I'm going to send you guys what do you call it, a JPEG or a PNG, a file.
Yeah.
So you'll have it.
Yeah.
You'll be able to have it for free. So just so you.
Oh no, but I got the bag, and I'm gonna be the best dressed volunteer at the stuff and walking through there with all my cookies in that bag with all those images of those 6 Humane Society games. Yeah, I can't wait for that to come.
I can't wait to see it. I've never seen. We've been a member of this Fine Art America thing since 2008. Mm-hmm. I've never seen anything. It's just something that we send our stuff to. So yeah.
I had a hard time stopping myself.
What?
I mean, I got the cuff. I almost got the notepad. They got all kinds of good stuff items with your image on it. And it was just really, and the prices were great, you know.
Yeah. I saw them. They look nice too. It's just I don't know.
I can't wait. I'm excited. I'm excited.
I wish.
I'll be giving out cookies with all in the bag with all their good stuff.
Yeah. We can't take.
I'll be back and pack Vixen's can on. Hey, look at Vixen. This cookie's coming out of a bag with your picture on. You guys take care. Okay,
thank you, Linda.
Bye.
All right, let's take a little break. We'll be right back. Don't forget, it's May the 4th. Be with you.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. On this Thursday, times of sun and clouds and becoming breezy. With a shower or thunderstorm in spots later on, the high 86 to 90. Mostly cloudy Thursday night with a couple of showers and even a heavy thunderstorm around, especially late at night. The overnight low 62 in the northern part of the zone to 71 in the south. Friday, cloud and a shower or thunderstorm giving way to some afternoon sun, high 75 to 79. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Joe Lundberg.
The very best in quality is Captain T's Upholstery.
Hey, this is Dan. Let me ask you a few questions. Does your boat look better with the cover on? Has your car's interior seen its better days? Stop using a towel to cover up those rips in the golf cart. Isn't it about time you had it restored to better than new with a custom upholstery from Captain T? Captain T's Upholstery has been right here in Ocala for nearly 20 years, so they know how to make your ride one of a kind. Whether you want to take that classic ride back to a factory look or put your favorite sports team front and center, Captain T's Upholstery is who to call. 352-369-1810. That's 352-369-1810. Or stop by their location, 5030 South Pine Avenue in Ocala, just past the drive-in. And of course, don't forget to visit them on the web, CaptainTUpholstery.com.
The very best in quality is Captain T's Upholstery.
Hey Ocala, this is Kelly Hart, Executive Editor of Ocala Magazine. Did you know last year Ocala Magazine won more awards in excellence than any other publication in Florida? And this year, Ocala Magazine was named Best Consumer Magazine in the state. Now you can join me every Friday at 10 a.m. on Ocala Magazine Radio, where we bring the pages of Ocala Magazine to life, right here on The Source. Ocala Magazine thanks you for making us number one. And remember, there is only one Ocala Magazine.
Hi, I'm Leah Caruso with Strive Rehabilitation, inviting you to tune in to the first and third Thursday of the month at 11 a.m. to learn about the latest advances in healthcare available right here at home. Ocala Regional Medical Center and Strive have teamed up to bring the most qualified medical professionals on the air to answer your questions and bring information to help you in your decisions concerning your health. Again, that's the first and third Thursday. Health matters.
Hospice of Marion County has an urgent need for volunteers to share a conversation with someone, run errands, hold someone's hand. All you need is a willingness to help others. Our volunteers believe the blessings they receive far exceed the services they offer. Will you consider serving, caring, and making a difference? Call today, 873-7441. Hospice of Marion County, making more moments of life possible.
All right, 12 minutes before 8 o'clock. Gosh, did I tell you it's a beautiful day out there? You don't need me to tell you. Just go outside. You'll know for yourself. We'll look through the window. All right, let's look at any other news items. By the way, the phone lines are open. We do invite your phone calls and offer commentary, political, etc. Let's see if we have anything political in nature. President Trump looks set to fulfill a controversial campaign promise today by signing a religious freedom executive order. The executive order is expected to be building on a 1993 law protecting religious freedom that restored a requirement for government to prove a compelling interest for any law that violates someone's religious belief. Lawyers for the American Civil Liberties Union and the Human Rights Campaign have already said that they plan to immediately file legal challenges against the order if it is as broad as a draft that leaked earlier this year. They are concerned Trump's actions will enable discrimination against gays and religious minorities and allow many employers to deny birth control services in the health care plans they offer to workers. Now I think I get it. I wasn't sure what this was, but I think I get a little better. Good morning, you're on the air.
Yeah, good morning. Stamp out hunger. Next Saturday, the Postal Service is doing its non-perishable food drive. Place your any quantity, small or large, of non-perishable food at your mailbox, and your mail carrier will pick it up, and it will be distributed to the local food banks.
There you go. It's a great thing you did, Jim.
Yep, the 13th.
Thank you. How many pounds last year did you guys collect? Do you remember?
The number I heard was 250,000 pounds.
Wow.
All right, Jim. Thank you for the reminder.
Okay, have a good day.
Thank you. You too. Let's see. President Trump will sign the executive order today that rolls back at least some of the restrictions religious organizations have when it comes to getting political. Today is the National Day of Prayer. By the way, downtown on the square, there's an event happening at noon.
Yep.
Trump will host religious leaders at the White House today to mark the occasion of the National Day of Prayer. According to the New York Times, Trump may sign a directive that would cancel out a section of the federal tax code that prevents religious organizations from participating in politics because of their tax-exempt status. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. This is something. Remember Pastor Mike that used to come on here?
Yes, I do.
He was the one who taught us about this. I didn't even know there was such a thing.
Mm-hmm.
But he did. He did teach us about this one. He did say that if you are an incorporated church or something, that you couldn't stand at the pulpit and make a statement that supported or said something against a political candidate. I'm sure most churches did anyway, and nobody ever said anything about it.
No.
But I guess this would make it okay. Organizations have complained for years about the speech restrictions placed on them simply because of their legal status with the IRS. Yeah, that was a sneaky thing. Mm-hmm. What was Mike's last name?
Slattery.
It's Mike Slattery. Yeah. Yeah. Where is he?
He was in Bellevue. His church was in Bellevue.
During a campaign speech last September, Trump promised to, quote, give our churches their voice back, unquote. There have been incidents in recent years during which pastors have defied IRS rules and endorsed political candidates from their pulpits across the country. The order today, however, might not be necessary, it says here. As the Times notes, some leaders in the religious community may not actively participate in politics. Well.
Yeah, but for those who do.
That's right.
I mean,
That's right. Yeah, of course.
It's got to be for everybody.
Mike Pence, the vice president, signed a similar bill into law when he was governor of Indiana in 2015.
Oh, okay. They're on the same page.
They're on the same page. I like Mike Pence, by the way.
Yeah, I do too. Nice guy, appears to be. Smart.
Former President Barack Obama unveiled the plans for his presidential center during a visit to Chicago's South Side yesterday. The center will be up to 225,000 square feet and take 4 years to build, with the end goal of providing youth and community programs across 3 structures. The former president said, quote, what we want this to be is the world premier institution for training young people in leadership to make a difference in their communities, in their countries, and in their world. I've never been to Chicago, really. I want to go.
No, it's really nice. It's a nice city, but now I guess all that crime and everything has escalated. What do they say? Over 1,000 murders last year in Chicago alone.
The U.S. Food and Drug Administration has postponed a regulation set to begin tomorrow that would have required restaurants and grocery stores to post calorie counts on all the food they sell. Ooh, that would have been a lot of work.
Oh, yeah.
How many calories in this apple?
Yeah.
How many calories?
There are books that have
Exactly.
everything in it that you can look it up.
Exactly.
I sometimes that overreach is really
Plus, all
annoying.
these health experts we have say to us sometimes, the calorie is misleading, the calorie count.
Yes, exactly.
Because 100 calories of lettuce is not the same as 100 calories of... I don't know.
Zucchini.
Of what?
Zucchini.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking of something more decadent.
No, a Hershey bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
I guess. The American pizza community, representing pizza companies like Domino's, Little Caesars, Papa John's, etc., hailed the move. They said it's almost impossible to figure out how many calories are on a pizza, especially when somebody like Larry Whitler orders extra cheese and pepperoni. It doesn't say that. I just made that up.
And then food preparation, too. We learned from those nutritionists that when you heat food, the calories are different, and as opposed to eating it raw. And, there's all this stuff. So come on. There's a book out there. People can look it up themselves if they want to. They shouldn't be mandated.
Good morning. You're on the air.
Yeah, morning, guys.
Hiya, Hugh.
Yeah, see, you guys are talking about Chicago. That my stepdaughter, she lost her job in the Milwaukee area and found a really nice job down in Chicago. She's been down there for about 2 years now, but she's just had enough of the traffic and the population. And of course, you got to be careful where you drive around down there with all the murders and stuff. So she's on her way back to Milwaukee, where it's probably a little more easier to get around and probably a little more safer.
Oh, well, gosh, I hope she stays safe.
Yeah. She can't. She's looking. She's got a place to come back to in West Dallas, where you know where that is,
Yes.
Robin. And she's looking forward to coming back. She found a new hubby down in the Chicago area, and he's kind of fed up with all the traffic and everything else too down there. And they're both looking forward to getting back to a little more of a livable type city.
Oh, wow. Well, our best to her. That's wonderful that she keeps in touch and lets you know what's going on.
Yeah, although, she lives in a nice section of Chicago there, and my wife, Linda, visited it several times. I've never gone there. I've been to Chicago many times, but not to where since she's been down there. But there's so many, there's nice restaurants, there's so many beautiful museums, and it's a great, great city in a lot of respects. But I always thought of myself, it was always a good place to visit, like New York, but, after a couple of days, I was glad to get back home.
Yeah. Home is nice.
Yeah, I'd like to visit. I've not been to Chicago.
Yeah, that's nice.
Thank you, Hugh. I hope your daughter's safe. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Actually, I'm more interested in going to Milwaukee than I am to Chicago. Because I've heard so much from all you guys.
Yeah.
Do you know anybody named Rosemary?
No, I think I used to.
Oh, my gosh. We got to find somebody named Rosemary, Robin.
Okay.
Because when you sniff her, your memory improves. It says here, the aroma of rosemary significantly boosts your working memory. This is according to a study by Northumbria University in the United Kingdom.
Gosh.
Dr. Mark Moss said, our previous study demonstrated the aroma of rosemary could enhance cognition in healthy adults. Knowing how important working memory is in academic achievement, we wanted to see if similar effects could be found in school-aged children, and it is.
Well, that's probably why Paul Simon's so successful then.
Why?
Because he's,
Who's he now? That's Rosemary.
Got Rosemary all the time. He's got that song he wrote, Dedication to Rosemary.
He did?
Sings it all the time.
He does?
What is that?
I don't know
Rosemary
this.
in Time. That one song. What is that?
Oh,
Did
yeah.
he not write it, or did
No,
he just
you're
sing
right.
it?
You're right.
Oh, okay.
I had to think. Good morning.
I had to think.
Good morning.
Yeah, rosemary is a spice. Think of the song by Simon and Garfunkel, Parsley, Sage, Rosemary, and Thyme.
Oh, man. All right.
Thyme, spelled Thyme, also a spice.
Oh, that's how you spell it. Oh, man, I'm disappointed. Never mind, Rosemary. I'll see you later. Thank you, Jim. May the 4th be with you, by the way. May the 4th be with you.
Have a good day.
Thank you, Jim. Who knew, Robin? Who knew? Happy birthday, by the way.
That's right. I hope all those birds.
See, this is why. This is why I don't want to go to a movie festival. Just show me the good ones, would you? Do the not so good ones have anything close to this soundtrack here? All right, we'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.